SCP-3599. Object Class, Euclid. Special Containment Procedures, Microsite 6117 is to be established in Detroit, Michigan and staffed according to NHLR1 guidelines. MS-6117 is to be additionally staffed with a contingent of C-class personnel trained in hazardous industrial environments, who are to work 12-hour shifts within SCP-3599 on a schedule organized to ensure each SCP-3599-1 terminal is used exactly once per day. Under no circumstances are C-class personnel to disclose information about Earth, the Foundation, or humanity in general to any other life forms within SCP-3599. Detailed observational reports are to be submitted after each shift. Access to SCP-3599-1 terminals is to be restricted by unobtrusive means. The optimal containment method is construction of a discrete concrete structure. Chain fences and metal gates are acceptable alternatives. Small standing structures found to contain instances of SCP-3599-1 should be purchased immediately with MS-6117 discretionary funds. One guard should be stationed at each SCP-3599-1 terminal in a disguise suitable to the surrounding environment. SCP-3599-1 terminals in locations that unduly complicate containment are to be denied use for a period of 5 consecutive days or destroyed under the pretense of construction work. After this period, all available MS-6117 resources are to be tasked with searching the surrounding 10 square kilometers region for the replacement SCP-3599-1 terminal. Access to citywide surveillance devices is to be allowed for this purpose through the USITAP initiative. Deactivated terminals are to be dismantled and transferred to Site-64 for storage. TTT. Description: SCP-3599 is an orbital manufacturing complex located 16 light-years from Earth. The workforce of SCP-3599 is comprised of human and alien life forms transported to it by anomalous means. These workers organize themselves and labor at assembly lines in 12-hour shifts. A small percentage of the workforce act as supervisors and refer vaguely to another level of management, the foreman. SCP-3599 is an unsafe work environment according to OSHA standards, and untrained laborers experience a fatality rate of approximately 30%. Affected individuals have reported difficulty formulating complex thoughts or remembering mission taskings while in close proximity to the assembly lines. The final product of the manufacturing process has yet to be identified, but is known to contain electrical circuitry, biological components, and complex lens arrays. SCP-3599-1 is the collective designation of terminals used to access to SCP-3599. All known instances of SCP-3599-1 are currently located in the city of Detroit, Michigan, typically in alleys, basements, or other secluded areas. SCP-3599-1 instances resemble early 20th century punch clocks, consisting of 2 wooden card racks, an analog clock, and a punching mechanism. A sign is posted over each terminal stating "A star shines. A worker works." Terminals that go unused for 5 days or suffer irreparable damage cease to function as SCP-3599 instances and are replaced by a new terminal within 10 square kilometers. The process by which new terminals are generated remains unknown. When an individual clocks in 3 at an SCP-3599-1 terminal, the nearest doorway is converted into a portal leading to SCP-3599 for approximately 40 seconds. Any individual who clocks in at an SCP-3599-1 terminal will become convinced they have acquired a desirable job. These workers perform with above-average enthusiasm, but can be motivated to resign through conventional means without causing distress above normal levels. Higher levels have been observed in repeat workers. At the conclusion of a shift, SCP-3599-1 terminals dispense payment at the rate of $5.35 per hour. 86% of first-time workers have expressed a desire to return for at least one additional shift despite poor conditions and substandard pay. SCP-3599 workers do not recognize their experience as being out of the ordinary under any circumstances. SCP-3599-2 is the F-type hypergiant star positioned at one foci of SCP-3599's orbit. Neuroimaging of repeat workers has revealed unusually high levels of activity in the amygdala and hindbrain region when discussing SCP-3599-2. The nature of this reaction is unknown, and individuals who experience it do not deviate significantly from baselines under standard testing procedures. Addendum 3599-A, C-Class Exit Interview, Open Addendum, Close Addendum, prepared by the Administrative Department. Subject, Microsite 6117 Exit Interview, Interviewed, Jonas Murkowski, Skilled Maintenance, C-Class, Interviewer, Dr. Kim Antok, MS-6117 Senior Researcher. Forward, Exit Interview of Jonas Murkowski, who worked as a member of the SCP-3599 labor contingent for 3 years. In this time, he passed all regular physical and mental fitness tests and performed beyond expectations in the field. Immediate reassignment was requested due to familial difficulties. Dr. Antok, no need to look so nervous, Jonas. It's just a formality. I've already passed on your transfer request with my recommendation, and the security chiefs, and your supervisors. Really, you could have asked for reassignment any time with your record, J. Murkowski. I just didn't want to let the rest of the team down, ma'am. Dr. Antok, no need to worry about us. We'll manage, J. Murkowski. Good, good. It's just, Dr. Antok, just, J. Murkowski, I'm worried about my other job, ma'am. It's bad form to quit without a word. My grandpa was always furious about that, back at the mill. And the foreman? His temper's worse than my grandpa's. Worse by far, Dr. Antok, there's not much we can do about that, I'm afraid. You know the regulations, J. Murkowski, the foreman's been awfully good to us, is all. Never said an unkind word we didn't deserve, always let us out a few minutes early when we were ahead of schedule, that sort of thing. Feels a bit cruel to leave him out in the lurch just a few days before we're supposed to finish production, Dr. Antok. Production is ending soon? I haven't heard anything about that, J. Murkowski. The foreman had us sign a contract, all us regulars. Non-disclosure. He's always going on about how these goods are going to make a big bang on the trading floor. And if I went and spoiled that? Well, I'd rather not think about that. Not one bit. I probably shouldn't even have told you now. If he finds out, 12 seconds of silence, Dr. Antok, well, I couldn't possibly ask you to violate your contract any further. I hope you enjoy your next position, Jonas, J. Murkowski. Thank you, ma'am. Closing statement. Under the direction of Dr. Antok, Jonas Murkowski was transferred to Site 75 for interrogation, where he proved unwilling to discuss SCP-3599 production or the foreman. Addendum 3599-B, Incident Review, Open Addendum, Close Addendum. Further review of MS-6117 personnel revealed 23 individuals who had similarly withheld information in their regular observation reports. Over the course of their interrogations, 11 affected personnel suffered hemorrhagic strokes while attempting to describe the foreman. Frequently used terms in these descriptions include, imposing, 8 cases, bright, 10 cases, sleepless, 11 cases, massive, 13 cases, unyielding, 17 cases, and radiant, 23 cases. Preparations for anomalous activity associated with the SCP-3599 product launch are ongoing. Footnotes: 1. Non-hostile, low risk. 2. As defined by current MS-6117 of COM. 3. Taking a card from the left rack, punching it, placing it in the matching spot on the right rack.